G'day guys, welcome back. I'm playing with my tiny little water bomb balloons tonight. That's what they look like in the packet. Only little, see that? Only tiny little balloons, little water bombs. So I've just blown one of those up carefully. They're only thin, so be careful they don't pop on your face. And pouring medium is, same as usual, 70% glue, 30% water. And I've mixed them basically 1 to 1. 30 grams of pouring medium to 30 grams of paint. That's 1 ounce pouring medium to 1 ounce of paint. The purple, I did have to add a little bit of water, and the white I added a little bit of water. The others were okay. Now this is a 30 centimetre round. Got my push pins underneath, my big giant ones. So 12-inch round that one is. Just mark that there so I remember roughly where it was when I pick it up. So it's kept in frame. Treadmill silicone. So because I've only got 60 grams in there, or 2 ounces, I only need 2 drops. I do 1 drop per ounce, 1 drop per 30 grams is what I tend to do. I won't do the white. Give it a good stir. Now I've got a little mound on a little mound. Haven't gone too thick with these tonight. Hopefully I haven't gone too thick with them. Add a little bit more water to the pink. The pink's made on white, so it's usually quite thick anyway. Just getting them all to the same consistency. And because I'm using a tiny little water balloon, like with my big balloons or gloves, I call them balloon dips. And there's other people that call them different things, but hey, we've each individual, so we call them different things. But with these little ones, they kind of look a little bit like fairy wings. So I'm just not sure whether I should call them fairy wings or fairy kisses. But let me know what you think. Either one I think would work, as long as it's a fairy something, because I just think that they look like, they're very delicate, and to me they look like little fairy wings, but maybe kisses too, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so I'm going to layer. Put some white in the bottom. I don't need a lot of paint for this size canvas. We'll just see how we go. I may end up with 3 layers. 2 or 3, probably 3, because it's only 1 cup. When I do 4 or 5 cups, I only do 2 layers because there's just not enough paint to go around. But with only 1 cup, I probably will get 3 layers out of it. I made up a little bit of extra of the white. Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? There wasn't 1 gram of white. It was, I think I did 50 grams of white and 40 grams of pouring medium, as opposed to 30 and 30 of the other colours. I just wanted a little bit of extra white. Not really a sandwich pour, but just a little bit more white in between my layers. So that'll be the end of the white there. So it looks as if I'll be able to get 3 layers out of these paints. And I don't want stripies today. I'm just going to do just a flip. So no stripies. I think that these little fairy wings look nicer without the stripies. Had a fun day pouring today. What did I do? I did 3 pours, scraped 1. So yeah, only 2 today, 2 videos. So they'll go up in about a week, I guess, when I've run out of other videos from last weekend's pouring marathon. I think I did 5 videos last weekend on the one day, on the Sunday. Okay, last but not least, my purple. Okay, that should be plenty of paint. That was pretty clean, wasn't it? Hardly dripped anything. Peacock, that's the turquoise with the white, just to lighten it a bit. And the beautiful hibiscus, it's a sort of a hot pink with a little touch of red and purple. And this one's called Peony Pink. It's an opaque, and the white is an opaque. The hibiscus is an opaque. The peacock is an opaque, and the purple is a semi-opaque. So hopefully I won't have any trouble with paint splitting. I don't have any transparents. Oh, look, it's all released already. Let's do this. You sit over there, little balloon. Please be pretty. I have got kind of a few stripies anyway. Don't matter. Oops, it's dripping everywhere. Let me wipe that up. Right, let that sit there for a bit. I think I will, what will I do? Will I torch? No, I'll just move it a little bit, just a touch like that, and then I'll torch. Look at that. Looks like coloured sands. In Queensland we have what's called coloured sands. I better move my balloon before I pop it with the heat gun. Sit over there and be safe. Concentrating on what I'm doing. Don't want to over torch. Almost holding my breath. Concentrating. Not getting too close. Quietest I've been for a long time, isn't it? Just really concentrating here. Sometimes I don't concentrate and I get too close. So just bear with me. Silence is golden. I did it! I restrained myself from the torch and I'm happy. Got a bit of a worm here underneath my top layer. It was probably a big drop of silicone that I didn't stir properly. So let's get you off first. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have torched first because I wanted small cells so that I could use my balloon and get small little fairy wings. I may torch again afterwards to get some smaller cells because I think these are probably going to grow a bit too big. And the other thing that I'm probably going to have to do is turn the camera off and let my paint sit for a few hours. Goodbye, wormy creature. Don't want that one to go. Look at that. How many rings has that got in it? Oh my goodness. Look at that. Okay, so these are quite big. I probably didn't want them that big for fairy wings, but hey. Yeah, I think I probably should have tilted first and then torched, because my cells are growing exponentially. Isn't that a nice word? Exponentially. Okay. It's very pretty, but it's a bit big for little tiny fairy wings. And I do need to get some of the paint off the canvas. I can't leave it all there, it's too much. It'll take forever to dry enough for me to do my dips if I keep it that thick. Oh, it's pretty though, isn't it? Very pretty. No split paint. Yay, no split paint. Okay, now I'm going to torch around in the gaps and see if I can get some little cells to pop up. And then maybe those are the ones that I can dip. Didn't really think about that very carefully, did I? I should have tilted everything and then torched so that I could get my little cells. Too late now. I'm just going to have big cells and little cells. Okay, let's give that a few minutes for those little baby cells to pop up. It does look pretty though, doesn't it, with the big cells and the little baby cells. Look at these hibiscus coloured cells. And we've got that band of the turquoise through there. Very pretty. So I think there's going to be way too much paint on this now for my little dips, but I'll have a go anyway. I may have to just, that sounds terrible, I'll probably have to scrape this and do it again because I wanted the little tiny cells. I didn't want the big ones, so I shouldn't have tilted first. I don't know why I did. I kind of tilted a little bit. So I'm just going to dip into the little cells. I'll leave the big ones where they are, and I'm just going to dip into the little ones really, really lightly. Hardly anything at all. And then we make that little tiny little fairy wing. I'm going to zoom in a bit so that you can see, because you're a long way away up here. Let's get you down a little bit closer. And move you over a bit so that it's in the middle. Okay, let's continue. I see I've got a pink balloon to match, but I do think I'm going to have to come back later when my paint's had a chance to dry and set up a little bit, because it's just falling back in on itself too much. So I don't want to use the big cells, I only want to use these little baby ones. Look how cute they are. Oops. That one involved the bigger one, so that's what I wasn't going for that. I was just going for the little ones. Let's try over here. Here's some little ones. It's hard to know how much I'm pushing down too, because I can't see because the balloon's in the way. Try as little as possible. Oh, there's a pretty pink purple one. Yeah, see, it's really, really thick. The paint's just falling back on itself. Where else can I go? I'll do some and then I'll just wait and come back later. Just have to go over them again. What will happen if I do a big one right in the middle of that? I'm getting off track now. I'm doing the big ones because there's no little ones left. I'll just have to have big ones and little ones. Not what I was wanting, but hey. So when you do them, try to go in the middle of, say, 4 or 5 cells so that you get that wing look. Doesn't always work. You can't always find, 4 that are next to each other, but I don't like that, so you're just going to get blobbed. I'm just going in the big blobs now. Oh, there's another one. Why have I got big blobs? Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, so not really what I was going for at all. I kind of got off track. I should have stuck to my guns, tilted, and then torched, and then used my little balloon on the small cells. It just doesn't do the same. I'm not getting the same effect that I want with the big cells. Still pretty. I will go and wash it off, and then I'll come back. I should probably make up less paint actually, because it's very thick. Very thick coverage. Can I go anywhere else? I don't like you. You can go. I don't really like you either. Oh, how about I do a red one? I haven't got a red one yet. Or the hibiscus one anyway. Oh, it's pretty. It's just not working. It's too much paint on the surface. Oops. Okay, leave it at that. And I'll come back and I'll do another one with a bit less paint. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.